The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 27th day of November 2023. It's Moxie Day, and halfway through this one, my wife and I are going to sample a cool, crisp, clean, refreshing not Moxie. Just like we promised. Anyway, so this 1971 World Series moves to Pittsburgh. The Orioles won the first two in Baltimore. Pittsburgh will go with Bob Johnson today and maybe, just maybe, get 6 or 7 innings out of a starter. Doc Ellis not able to go today. He injured himself in Game 2, the first two batters of the first inning of Game 2. He is not ready to go. And for Game 3, we'll see if it's Steve Blass tomorrow for Pittsburgh or if they're going to go with someone else. Baltimore is going to go with Jim Palmer, who can throw about 130 pitches. Lots of offense in this series. The Orioles won the first two in Baltimore. Pirates, you can't get too concerned. They didn't break serve on the road. They win the next 3. They can go back to Baltimore with a chance to win. And so there's a setup for you. Also, Richie Hebner and Al Oliver are in the lineup for Pittsburgh. It certainly is a better offensive lineup with the right-handed Palmer on the mound. No changes for Baltimore. Merv Rentenman is in center for Paul Blair. And so with all that, Game 3, Birdies looking to take a stranglehold in the 71 World Series. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents the 1971 World Series. Today, from Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So how you doing, Mike from the truck? I forgot to change the... Hold on 1 second. Where's my mouse? Right here. Okay. There we go. Bob Johnson gets a call for the Pirates. He made 27 starts in 71. He is 28 years old. That is Bob Johnson, but not the Pirates' Bob Johnson. Fastball at 88, fly ball pitcher. 174 and 2/3, 170 hits, 19 homers, 55 walks, and 101 strikeouts. A lineup he'll face here in Game 3. Merv Rentenman is in center. He'll lead off. Don Buford in left will bat second, and I'll try not to blow a double switch if I need to again today. Boog Powell will bat third and play first. Frank Robinson in right will clean up. Brooks Robinson at third bats fifth. Davey Johnson at second goes sixth. Ellie Hendricks behind the plate batting seventh. Belanger, who hit 500 in the 2 games in Baltimore, batting eighth at short. And Jim Palmer, not wearing jockey shorts over his jersey, on the mound batting ninth. Defensively for Pittsburgh, Willie Stargell a 5 and a 4 in left. Al Oliver a 7 and a 3 in center. Roberto Clemente at 10 and a 9 in right. Richie Hebner with a righty Palmer on the mound makes his first start at third. He's a 3. Gene Alley at short. He's a 7. Dave Cash is a 6 at second. Bob Robertson a 6 at first. Manny Sanguillen a 4 and a 6 behind the plate. And Johnson is a 7 on the mound with a .919 fielding percentage. Merv Rentenman 2 for 7 on the series. A single, a double, and an RBI. Orioles are up 2-0 in this series. It is a cool day, 58 degrees, winds blowing in from right center at 4. And don't forget, Game 4 is an historic game in the history of baseball. There's a ground ball to Alley. Gene, a great play. Over to Robertson, 1 out. Here's Don Buford, 3 for 7 in the 2 games in Baltimore. 2 singles, a homer, and 2 RBI. Johnson winds and deals. Line drive to Alley, and Gene has 2 outs. For Boog Powell, who was 1 for 7, but that 1 hit was a home run. He has driven in 2, scored 3 times, and walked 3 times. Johnson deals. Powell laces this one to Clemente in right. It'll drop in front of him. Laces. Still recovering from the birthday stuff, I'm telling you. So a 2-out single. Here's Frank Robinson, 4 for 10 in the series. 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 RBI. 2 out, runner on first. Powell isn't going anywhere. Pitch to Robbie. Fly ball, left field. Oliver and Stargell going back. Willie will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Orioles get a hit, leave a runner on. Half an inning in the books, no score. And so here is Jim Palmer. He's 26. He throws a fastball at 89 and is a standard pitcher. And on a year where Earl Weaver had 4 20-game winners, Palmer made 37 starts and finished 20 of them. He would go on to win the American League Cy Young 3 times in his career, including back-to-back in 75 and 76. Palmer, 20 and 9. Slacker didn't finish 17 starts, Jamie says. Ha ha ha. 2.68 ERA, 282 innings, 231 hits. He allowed 19 homers, but not a grand slam. He walked 106 and struck out 184. Dave Cash will lead off for the Pirates at second base. Manny Sanguillen moves up to second in the lineup behind the plate. Willie Stargell in left goes third. Bob Robertson cleans up at first. Roberto Clemente hitting .444 in the series, and right will bat fifth. Richie Hebner, again making his first start, will bat sixth at third. Al Oliver, who did not start game 2, in center field, will bat seventh. Gene Alley at short, batting eighth, and Johnson, who threw 12 pitches in his half of the first. Defensively for the Orioles, Buford a 4 and a 4 in left. Rettenmund a 3 and a 5 in center. Frank Robinson a 5 and a 4 in right. And then this infield is incredible. Brooks Robinson a 10 at third. Belanger a 10 at short. Davy Johnson a 10 at second. Boog Powell a 5 at first. Elrod Hendricks a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Palmer is a 7 on the mound with a .932 fielding percentage. Palmer, of course, a big part of their championship run in '66, was hurt in '67. And you have to wonder, with as close as that race was, if they had a healthy Palmer, could Baltimore have repeated as American League champions? Dave Cash, 3 for 8 on the series. 3 singles and an RBI. Palmer starts game 3, struck him out. He chased a bad fastball on a 2-2 count, 1 away. Manny Sanguillen, 3 for 8. Manny has singled twice, doubled, and driven in a run. Got him. So a good morning and a good afternoon. A 1-2 fastball, check swing, strike 3. 2 out. My wife wants this game to go forever in the first half because there's a cold bottle of Moxie waiting to be tried. Here's Willie Stargell, 3 for 9, which is pretty good considering the Orioles started lefties in the first 2 games. He has a double, 2 RBI, and a run scored. Pitch from Palmer. Fly ball, right field. Back goes Robinson, away back there, and that is gone. So Stargell homers in his first at-bat in Pittsburgh, and it's 1-0 Pirates. A rainmaker right down the line, and all Frank Robinson could do is turn and watch it go. And the Pirates are up 1-0 here in the first. Here's Robertson, 2 for 8 on the series and a solo homer. Palmer, ground ball to Belanger, over to Powell, and Robertson is retired. Solo homer from Willie Stargell is the lone hit for the Pirates after 1-0 Pittsburgh. So Brooks Robinson, he had a grand slam in the series, 2 for 7. He has scored twice and walked 3 times. Johnson starts the second, and Robinson draws the walk. I was trying to figure this out in my head. Davey Johnson, by the way, 3 for 9. Has homered and doubled in the series and has driven in 4. From the time that when the Orioles finished Game 2 of the 1970 World Series in Cincinnati to this game right here, they did not play a game on AstroTurf because in 1971, no American League park had AstroTurf. Different story in the National League. You got Three Rivers, Riverfront, the Astrodome. The Vet opened in 71, and I think Candlestick put in the plastic stuff for 71 because, yes, 71 was the first year for that because the 49ers made the move from Kezar to Candlestick. High ground ball down to Johnson. Or Robertson, he'll underhit it to Johnson for the out, and Robinson goes to second. So 1 away for Hendricks, LA 4 for 9 with a solo homer. So imagine that. No American League park had AstroTurf in 1971. So the Orioles went a full year without playing on it, and then only in the World Series. Johnson deals. Struck him out. Hendricks swung on and missed an 0-2 curve. 2 away. For Belanger, who somehow, some way, is 4 for 8. 3 or 4 singles and an RBI. Jamie says even as a kid in the 80s, she saw that the NL was an AstroTurf league, where the American League more grass fields. In fact, I think by the mid-80s, they had put the grass back into San Francisco. But yeah, in the East, Chicago and Shea were the only grass fields. In the West, a little more. San Diego, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and San Diego, Los Angeles, Atlanta. I lost one there. There was one more. San Francisco. And going back to the grass. But yes, the NL was that's how the AstroTurf League. Rugburn's hurt, man. 2 out. Belanger struck him out. Johnson got him to swing and miss. And so after an inning and a half, it's the Pirates 1, the Orioles nothing here in Game 3. So Clemente, 4 for 9 on the series. A homer and 3 RBI, 3 singles. Hebner making his first start at third, and Oliver. Base hit left field. That's the 5th hit for Clemente. He's going for 2. He's in there with a double. So a good start for the Pirates here in Game 3. Here's Hebner, 1 for 2 on the series as a pinch hitter in Baltimore. 271, 17 homers, 67 RBI. Pirates missed his bat. That's why into right field, going to drop in front of Robinson. Frank doesn't have a great arm at this stage. Clemente, however, is going to hold with nobody out. So first and third, nobody out for Al Oliver, who was 1 for 3. He started Game 1, and I forgot to put him in Game 2. That one hit was a double. Pitch to Oliver. This might be 2. Belanger. Clemente dashes home. Johnson for 1. Powell for 2. The run does, or should not, or will count because there's only 2 out. So everyone will take 2 for the price of 1 on this Cyber Monday. And that'll bring up Gene Alley, who is 2 for 7 on the series. He singled twice and scored twice. Palmer deals. Gets away from Hendricks on strike 3 to throw down to Boog, and that will retire the side. Pirates double their lead. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 2 in Game 3, it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. So here is Palmer, a 196 hitter on the real year with 9 RBI. Johnson's pitch, and Palmer draws the walk. You never want to walk the pitcher. Opening 9 for Johnson, 34 pitches, 2+ innings, a single, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Rettenmund is 0 for 1. Might be 2 here. Robertson to Alley for 1. Gene throws back to first, and they do turn it. A 3-6-3 double play. So here's Don Buford. Buford's 0 for 1. Drops one down. Sanguian picks it up, throws to Cash, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Double play helps the Pirates after 2.5. 2-0 Pittsburgh. So Bob Johnson really can't hit. 3 for 48. That's an 0.63 average. 2 RBI. Going back to Jamie's point about the NL being an AstroTurf league, they really did play, at least in that era, with separate league styles. I can't answer for what happened pre-78 or so, but the National League was much more of a run production league as far as, our manufacturing league, steals and bunts and all that, while the American League and their grass fields and DH was much more of a wait for the 3-run homer Earl Weaver type ball. Pitch to Johnson. There's a ground ball to Belanger. Mark has it. Throws to first for... No, it's an error. Gets away from Powell. Johnson moves up to second, and that throw goes into the dugout. So Palmer shaking his head. Opening 9, 42 pitches, 2+ innings, 3 hits, the home run to Stargell. And Jim has struck out 3. Including Dave Cash, who's 0 for 1. So the pitcher on second, reaching on the error. Palmer deals. Ground ball to third. Robinson over to Powell for the out. 1 away for Sanguian, who struck out his first time up. They also used to say, Jamie says, the American League favored or had more breaking ball pitchers, while the National League was more basically favored, throwing more fastballs. That would make sense. The American League being more of a power league. And again, we're going 70s or late 70s, 80s here. Because the American League was much more of a power league and you could just kind of take something off. Meanwhile, National League pitchers would challenge you a bit more. Pitch to Sanguian. Gets away from Hendricks, and Johnson moves up 90. So a pass ball from Ellie. And a 2-2 count to Sanguian. Pitch to Manny. Ground ball up the middle. That should score the run. Belanger throws to first. Sanguian is retired. The run scores. And the Pirates are up 3-0 here in Game 3. So 2 out, nobody on for Stargell, who homered to right his first time up. High fly ball, right field. This time Robinson is there, and he will make the catch to retire the side. Pirates get a run. No hits, and the error really hurts because it was followed by a pass ball after 3. 3-0 Pittsburgh. So here is Boog Powell, and then Frank and Brooks Robinson. Powell singled his first time up. Jamie says for the 80s, he thinks of the prototypical American team as the Tigers and the Red Sox. I would agree with that. And the National League, they would have been the Cardinals and the Astros, absolutely for sure. strong pitching and speed to burn. I think it's one of the reasons why the Yankees struggled so much in the 80s was that they tried to become a speed team. It worked in the National League with all the rugs, but it didn't work in the American League as much. Pitch to Powell. Struck him out. That's 3 for Johnson. 0-1-2 fastball got him looking. And that'll bring up Frank Robinson, who's 0 for 1. 3-0 Pittsburgh, top of the 4th, 1 out. In game 3, Robbie laces this to left. Stargell is there, 2 out. So here's Brooks Robinson. He reached on a walk his first time up. Johnson's only allowed 1 hit here in the 4th. To center, Oliver makes the catch to retire the side. Orioles go in order. We played 3.5 here in game 3, and it's Pittsburgh 3, Baltimore 1. So the first 2 games of this series have been offensive affair. The Orioles have 20 runs in the first 2 games, so the Pirates have 10. Baltimore won game 1 12-7. My mom said she was stunned by that. Davey Johnson 3 hits and 4 RBIs, and in game 2 it was all Baltimore 8-3. So the Orioles came into game 3 hitting .360. The Pirates .324. Robertson, Clemente, and Hebner here for Pittsburgh in the 4th. Bob is 0 for 1. Palmer's pitch struck him out. That's 4 for Jim. He chased an 0-2 fastball, 1 away. So here's Roberto Clemente. He is 5 for 10 on the series. Has a double today and a run scored. In the right center, Rentenmund and Johnson converge, and Merv makes the catch. 2 away for Hebner, who singled his first time up. Got him. That's 5 for Palmer. Hebner chase, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. I'm going to take a drink of water. After 4, it's the Pirates 3, the Orioles nothing. Stay tuned after the commercial break. It will be Moxie time. So call your friends and say some idiot is going to be drinking a sip of Moxie on a YouTube channel. That was water. That was good. Davey Johnson's 0 for 1. Bob Johnson starts the 5th with a walk. 3rd walk for the Pirates on the afternoon. Here's Ellie Hendricks. He struck out his first time up. 3-1 curve missed low. And he walks Hendricks. So the Orioles get an opening here in the top of the 5th. 2 on and nobody out for Mark Belanger, who struck out his first time up. Johnson didn't walk a lot of batters. It's 55 and 174 2/3. Sanguian says throw strikes. Johnson says okay. Ground ball to Alley might be 2 here. Cash for 1 and Robertson for 2. So 6-4-3. 2 for the price of 1, and here's Jim Palmer. Palmer walked his first time up. I'm going to mute this for a second. My wife so doesn't want to do this. Pitch to Palmer. Struck him out. And so halfway home, the Orioles threaten but do not score. Yes, it was a good call for Sanguine to tell Johnson to throw the double play. For a lot of Vermont today, it's a snow day. It rained here in Burlington, but some places got 11 inches of heavy, wet snow. It wasn't here. Halfway home on a Monday, Cyber Monday. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Oh, if you joined us late this Cyber Monday, here's how we got here. Halfway through Game 3, Willie Stargell facing a righty to start a ball game for the first time in the series. Took Jim Palmer down the line and right to make it 1-0 in the first. In the second, Al Oliver on a fielder's choice to make it 2-0 Pittsburgh. And in the third, Manny Sanguillen a fielder's choice to make it 3-0. Palmer, a 3-hitter through 4. Only 2 of the 3 runs are earned. He allowed the home run to Stargell and has struck out 5. He hasn't pitched bad. He just hasn't pitched all that great. Meanwhile, Bob Johnson has allowed 1 hit through 5. Oops, now I got to move the camera again. You got to be careful with that. 4, walked 4 and struck out 4. Actually, that might be perfect because you don't need to. I can lift up my head. So as we go for that, we go for this. Hold on. All right, so don't look at the TV. Look over here. We're at the computer. And so hold that bottle up to the camera. All right, so doesn't that dude look so modern and debonair with that here? So, yep, legitimately a Moxie. And as I'm reading the bottle, 62 carbs of sugar in this puppy. Don't ask me why or they did with it. So here we go. Nope, this is free. See, some people do Pickle Ricks and OnlyFans. You're going to see me embarrass myself for an absolute... Well, you could... Don't shake it. You got to open it. Absolutely free. You could sub to the channel. Give Jeff Bezos some money. So if you're ready... And I got this Corgi, too. That's my new dog. A boy and his dog at 52. All right, that's enough of that. Diabetic coma. I didn't say I was finishing this thing. I haven't had a real soda in years. And I'm doing this. Half my viewers left. All right, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Okay. One more sip. It's not as bad as I thought. It does kind of taste like licorice. Have a sip. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I wouldn't buy another one, but that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It's too much sugar.
It's way too sweet. All right, you can dump that or whatever you want to do with it. I'm not finishing it, but that's not as bad as I thought. Whoever said it kind of tasted licorice, is that what you got out of it? A bit of a... What did you get out of that?
Way too much sugar.
Yeah.
I just kept tasting sugar.
I didn't think that was as bitter as I thought. All right, so there's a family photo. There's the cat. So you got to see all that. All right, let's get back to the ball game, shall we? Make it a moxie indeed. I can't believe that half of you left for that.
Shame on you.
3-0 Pirates here in the 5th as we get back to the ball game. That's not as bad as I wouldn't ever drink that again. It kind of tasted like licorice. Al Oliver is 0 for 1. So did you enjoy my diabetic coma there, Gardner? Pitch to Oliver is a ground ball to Belanger over to Powell for the out. G. Daly is a shortstop. He's 0 for 1. He's struck out his first time up. Palmer deals. High fly ball, shallow left field. Buford coming in. Makes the catch 2 away. For Bob Johnson, who's going to swing here. He reached on an error and scored. And there's a ground ball to Johnson. Davey throws to Palmer covering, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5 here in Game 3, it's the Pirates 3, the Orioles nothing. So it'll be Rettenmund, Buford, and Powell. Merv is 0 for 2. He has grounded into a double play. Johnson, a one-hitter through 5, 18 batters, 67 pitches. He has walked 4 and struck out 4. Base hit up the middle. Oliver will throw it into second, and Merv has the second double of the series. So the second hit for the Orioles is a double. And here's Don Buford, who is 0 for 2. High fly ball, left field, left center. Oliver makes the catch. Rettenmund tags and will try for third, and it got him! A double play! Oliver doesn't have a great arm at all. It's a 3 out of 10, but he threw a strike to Hebner. Rettenmund trying to make something happen, and Oliver threw him out. So 7-5 or 8-5 on the double play. Hey. Merv Rettenmund can finish that, Moxie. It does have a nasty aftertaste, though, as it's still lingering in my mouth. Here's Boog Powell. He is 1 for 2. A single and a strikeout. Fly ball, right field. Clemente will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Orioles waste a chance. No runs. A hit, and they get a runner thrown out in the outfield. After 5.5, it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. So Cash, Sanguin, and Stargell. They do make a diet Moxie. Jamie says, I can enjoy that same great taste without the sugar. I didn't say I never buy it again. It just wasn't as terrible as I thought it was. Licorice. It really kind of tasted like licorice. Dave Cash is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Palmer, 69 pitches, 18 batters, 5 innings, 3 hits, the homer to Stargell, and 5 strikeouts. There's one store, Shaw's carries it around here, if you're familiar with that chain. They charge $11.95 a 12-pack for it. Fly ball, right field. Robinson into foul territory, and he'll make the catch for the out. What, like licorice? Sarah had it right. Really, really, really sweet. Yeah, licorice. Here's Seguin, 0 for 2. He has struck out and driven in a run on a fielder's choice. Palmer's pitch. Ground ball to Powell. Boog goes to the bag. 2 out. Again, you're thinking the first real soda I've had in probably 10 years. I bought a cherry Coke by mistake once. And it's a Moxie. Here's Stargell. He homered in the first. He's 1 for 2. Dave said there was molasses in that. I didn't read the bottle. There's 6 there, and that 20-ounce bottle, there are 62 grams of sugar. That's Mountain Dew level of sugar. Pitch to Stargell. Willie in the right field. Robinson hooking. Oh, he caught it. So a good inning for Robinson to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th here in Game 3. A fast one, even with us taking that time to sip that soda. Look, it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Actually, I drink about a soda a day. Usually it's ginger ale or root beer. I don't usually drink soda, but when I do, it's Moxie. There better be a check coming for that one. Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, and Davy Johnson here in the 7th to face Bob Johnson. Robbie is 0 for 2 in game 3. Got him. That's 5 for Bob Johnson. Chased a 2-2 fastball. One away for Brooks, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. Gardner got his golden ticket for Baseball Max. Be curious to see what you think of that. And he draws another walk. Not Gardner, but Brooks Robinson. If you're in the we'll post this either in the Discord and the Facebook group. But we want to know what you bought for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so Dave and I tomorrow can go through all of our goodies. I got to take advantage of that Strat Windows sale. Davy Johnson walked in his 0 for 1. That's 5, by the way, for Johnson today. Ground ball right side, base hit. Brooks, with not much speed, will hold at second. You're not running on Clemente anyway. First and second, 1 out for Ellie Hendricks. And Sanguian should go out again and say, double play. Ellie has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Might be 2. Allie only plays at first, and they get Hendricks barely on a bang-banger. So Robinson and Johnson, 2 out. Robinson on third, Johnson on second for Belanger, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. Only been 6 base hits in this ballgame. Into right, Clemente, stretch time, 3-0 Pirates. So Robertson, Clemente, and Hebner to face Palmer here in the 7th. I still can't get that taste out of my mouth. I took a big gulp of water during the 7th inning stretch. Robertson 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Bob. Got him. That's 6 for Palmer. A 1-2 fastball below the belt. So here, I'm going to hear about that from Sarah the rest of the day. Here's Clemente, who's 1 for 2, a double and a run scored. There's a ground ball that Palmer can't play, and Clemente's going to reach on an error. Palmer muffed it. Right, it was a comebacker, and I think Palmer was just kind of turned the wrong way. He went and tried to make the play, and when he realized that he needed to throw it to first, the ball wasn't in his glove. So Robbie reaches, and here's Hebner. Richie 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Got him. 7 for Palmer. 2 out here in the 7th. Here's Oliver. Al is 0 for 2 and grounded into a double play. Second error for the Orioles. They've left on 5, by the way. Up the middle. And that hit the mound. That hit the back of the mound, bounced right in the glove of Belanger, who threw to second to retire the side. So for the first time today, the Pirates leave a runner on. After 7, it's still Pittsburgh 3, Baltimore nothing. Stuff is still on my tongue. So Palmer 0 for 1. Let's see what they do with Jim. And then the top of the lineup, Johnson in his last inning. He is due up second in the 8th. And Tom Chope will pinch hit for Palmer. The lefty hit .257. Obviously played for the Yankees at some point. Drove in 5 in 71. Left-handed hitter. to Alley. Over to Robertson. And that's an error. So Chopin's going to reach. He's going to go to second, and Keith Olbermann's bomb gets plunked. She was ready for this one. She's sitting in there in Tom Barrasso hockey gear, which is amazing because he wasn't there in 71. But she was in the mask, in the pads, and the Penguins jersey. So Chopin on second with the error, and this will bring up Rentenmund, who's 1 for 3. He has doubled and grounded into a double play. Bob at 27 batters, 100 pitches, 7+ innings, 3 hits. The 5 walks have not hurt, and the 5 strikeouts. We'll see how much that error hurts. Base hit into right center field. Chopin will round third, but will hold. First and third, nobody out for Buford, who is 0 for 3. Johnson says he's strong. Giusti would be who I would use if I needed to go to somebody here in the 8th. Actually, no, he'd be my closer. So I would go with Bob Miller, only because the pitcher spot's due up. And I don't want a double switch. There's no one here. I've got the 9 on, or the 8 fielders on that I want. Nobody out. First and third. 3-0 Pirates here in the top of the 8th. Baltimore threatening to score. Pitch to Buford. Fly ball right field. Clemente will just turn and watch it go. We're tied at 3. Don Buford just crushed that one into the second deck. That ball was hammered. So 3-3 the score here in the top of the 8th. And what was looking to be an easy... Yep. So was I, Jamie. Feeling the Orioles were out of it. That the Pirates were about to claw their way back in the series. It was all undone on one pitch. Here's Boog Powell, 1 for 3, a single and a strikeout. Johnson deals, struck him out. That's 6 for Bob. Now it would be Giusti, I would think. Regardless, remember, fireman, not closer. Robinson is 0 for 3. Frank is struck out. Got him. That's 7 for Bob. And 2 after the home run. An 0-2 fastball. Got him looking. Here's Brooks Robinson. He has walked twice. He has reached 7 times in this series while only hitting .250. Ground ball, left side, base hit. So a 2-out single for Davey Johnson, who has homered already in the series. He's 1 for 2 today. He has singled and walked. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Orioles. And they have left on 5. The Pirates, 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, and they have left on 1. Pitch to Davey. That's a walk, and now you got to make a move for Elliot Hendricks. So they're going to burn Luke Walker, lefty versus lefty here. Walker, 24 starts, 28 years old, fastball at 88, ground ball plus pitcher. 10-8, a 3.55 ERA, 159 2/3, 157 hits, 9 homers, 53 walks, and 86 strikeouts. They got Echeverren to catch. Hendricks and Echeverren platooned, and I'm assuming that's what Baltimore is going to do here. Stays in the game, ground ball, base hit, left field. Robinson, without great speed, what's he going to do? Stargell has it. and they're just going to throw it in. The Orioles are going ahead 4-3. Robinson didn't stop. He rounded third. He's going to score, and now they're going to pinch run Paul Blair at first for Hendricks. And the Orioles are now 6 outs away from a 3-zip lead in the series. And a 0 chance they should just send him home. I agree. Here's Belanger. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. And my goodness, this entire series just swung on this inning. Pitch to Belanger. Ball 4, and they're loaded. And so for the rare chance that you get a pinch hitter to bat twice in the same inning, I don't know if Gardner's still watching this or not, but you don't need to replace the pinch hitter until the inning is over. For those of you who just watch and don't play these games all that much, a pinch hitter can stay in as long as your team is batting. And for the Orioles, they have batted around in this inning. Up the middle, Alley takes it to the bag himself. He robbed him of a hit, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Eddie Watt will try to slam the door. Kurt Martin will play left field for Buford. So Martin, a 7 and a 4, and left for Buford, the hero. Oh, Buford. And that will change in a moment. Echebarren, a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. Watt has pitched once in this series. He's 30, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Fastball at 87. Watt pitched in game 1 at 12-7 win, faced 2 batters and retired them on 4 pitches. So the Orioles need 6 outs. Alley 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pinch hitter and Cash here in the 8th. To first, Powell, 1 out. Wow, Jamie, I thought the Orioles were done too. So who can hit a righty time? And it looks like Rennie Stinnett. Stinnett 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the series. 353, a homer, and 15 RBI in the real year. Orioles 4 in the 8th to make it a 4-3 game. Belanger over to Powell, 2 out. So the Pirates are in real trouble here. Here's Dave Cash. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Watt's pitch. Base hit right center field. Robinson will cut it off before it hit the alley. So the tying run is on for Sanguin, who is 0 for 3. He has driven in a run on a fielder's choice and struck out. There goes Cash. Watt way wide of third. Throws to first, and that'll do it. So we go to the 9th. No runs, a hit. Runner left on. It's Baltimore 4, Pittsburgh 3. So Giusti coming in. The Pirate closer has not pitched in this series. Over from Houston, and he's not going to pitch with a lead. The good news is for the Pirates, it's Stargell, Robertson, and Clemente in the bottom of the 9th. Dave is 5 and 6 and 71, 30 saves, and a 2.93 ERA. 32 years old, ground ball plus pitcher. Fastball at 87. 86 innings, 79 hits, 5 homers, 31 walks, and 55 strikeouts, can throw up to 50 pitches. Rettenmund is 2 for 4 here in Game 3. He has singled, doubled, and scored. Giusti starts his outing. Fly ball to right. Clemente, 1 out. Kurt Motton, Motton, a 189 hitter, but he did hit 4 homers and drove in 8. To third, Hebner is there, over to Robertson, 2 away. So here's Boog Powell, 1 for 4. He has singled and struck out twice. Game 4 is Wednesday at noon Eastern. We will not be drinking any more Moxie. That bottle is $3, by the way. Powell hits a ground ball to Alley, over to Robertson, and that'll do it for the Orioles. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in game number 3. It's the Orioles 4, the Pirates 3. So the Pirates need 1 to tie and 2 to win. Willie Stargell homered in the first. He is 1 for 3. Watt pretty much at the end of his duty. I don't know if he can finish the game. Left side base hit, and the tying run is on. A rare bad play by Brooks Robinson. And so here is Bob Robertson, who is 0 for 3, but he can win the ball game. He's got power. He had a home run in game 2. He has struck out twice today. Only the 5th hit for the Pirates in this one. That's going to drop in front of Robbie in right field, and the Pirates are cooking. Nobody out. Stargell just plants it at second base. And so Watt is done. Dick Hall is going to try and close this one out. And if the Pirates can tie it and not win it, we get a Dave Gardner special. This might not be who the Orioles wanted. Turkey Hall is 41 years old. He is a fastball pitcher at 84 and a standard pitcher. He went 27 times for the Orioles. 6-6 with a save and an earned run average of .498. In 43 1/3 innings, he allowed 52 hits, 4 home runs, walked 11, and struck out 26. The Pirates have a 32% chance of tying this game right now. Clemente can win it. He is 1 for 3 today, 5 for 12 on the series. He has a double and a run scored. Hebner is on deck, and then Oliver. 4-3 Orioles, nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. Hall is a horrible fielder. He's a 2 with an .800 fielding percentage. Stargell the tying run on second. Robertson the winning run on first. Pitch to Clemente. High fly ball, right field. Robinson in the corner makes the catch, 1 out. And now a double play can win this for Baltimore. Here's Hebner. Richie 1 for 3 with a single. So a tense time here at Three Rivers. A beautiful afternoon, 53 degrees, hardly any wind. Hall's pitch, that is laced to Davy Johnson for the out. So 2 out for Al Oliver. Last chance saloon for the Pirates. They had 2 on and nobody out, and then couldn't move them. So Al Oliver is 0 for 3. 1 for 6 on the series. Stargell the tying run on second. Robertson the winning run on first. Pitch to Oliver, and that'll do it. Ground ball to Belanger, over to first. Oliver is out, and the Orioles have stolen one here in Pittsburgh. They need one more to win the series. They steal this one in Pittsburgh, a 4-run eighth. In 2 hours and 48 fake minutes. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They leave on 8. The Pirates, 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error, and they left on 4. Don Buford tied the game with a 3-run shot. Denelli Hendricks with an RBI single to make it 4-3. So Johnson gives up the home run to Buford, who is your digital dice player of the game. And Jim Palmer goes 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. The home run to Stargell, and he struck out 7. But the Pirates had 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 9th, and Dick Hall, of all people, slammed the door. Well, there you go. We'll be with you on Wednesday for game number 4. For now, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. I still taste that damn Moxie. 4-3 Baltimore, the final. We'll talk to you soon. So long, everybody.